Hey YouTube, Peterbilt Knife Guy. Today we're going to be doing a video that I'm going to call 5 knives that I shouldn't have bought. 5 knives that aren't for me. This doesn't mean that any of these knives are bad or, whatever. It's just they weren't right for me, or I feel they're overpriced or whatever. I'll get into that. But let's get started. Number 1 on the list of 5 knives I shouldn't have bought. Peterbilt Knife Guy shouldn't have bought. Is this guy. This is the Silver Stag D2. I think it's their slab edition. They call it a slab edition because a lot of these Silver Stag knives are basically where the knife just sticks into it. It's not a full tang. I don't like those because there's very little mechanical connection between the horn and the actual blade itself, and they look real good, but they're just not strong pieces. I prefer, at least I would say like a full stick tang over, just basically something that looks like this right here stuck into a piece of Stag is just not made for me. But this is a good knife. They're handmade. It's made in the USA. It's D2. I believe it's a 60 or 62 Rockwell. It's a pretty high Rockwell. It gets sharp, but it's just not for me. And it was a pretty pricey knife. I can't remember what I paid for it, but it was 100 plus. And I don't know. I have a problem. If I go to a knife store, I straight up tell them like, hey, don't let me touch it because I'll buy it. What do they do? Here you go. Here, try this out. Yeah, pretty knife. Honestly, will never ever use it. So it's in my collection now, but I really just kind of wish I would have touched something else, to be honest with you. Number 2, this old timer here. Back in the day, old timer used to be a really good brand when they were made in USA, carbon steel. You see the funk on this blade. I've already wobbled it a little bit. Maybe you can even see it. But anyways, their quality has dropped. Ever since they sent it to China, they're in it for profit and not for making quality products. Just because it's made in China doesn't make it bad nowadays, but you can up your quality control. You can still make a good product if it's overseen properly. These things are turds. Honestly, it wasn't even overpriced. It's just a bad knife. Instantly, right out of the box, the guard was loose. Yeah, I don't know. It's a traditional looking knife. I should have saved my 25 bucks, spent it on something else. Sheath sucks. This is something that could have just been badass if they would have went, I don't know, even a cheap carbon steel, like 1055 carbon steel. Didn't have a hollow grind. Did a little bit better job with their guard. Been a good knife. Maybe instead of going 1/8 inch or just a hair over 1/8, give me something more substantial. But you can look. You see that? They didn't even take their time to go in there and flush that up. Gaps everywhere. Just no good. I don't even know where this thing's made. I'm assuming China, but who knows? But yeah, that's number 2 from Peterbilt Knife Guys. Knives I should have never bought. Number 3. So I'm gonna not shock you, but I'll probably get some hate on this one. This is the Boker Arbolito El Gigante. This is a very pricey knife. I believe right now they're up in the $200+ range. For $200 plus, I want to see some better quality. And not just quality, not quality all around. They did everything right on this knife. Almost everything. 2 things are wrong, and these are big things in my opinion. Number 1, a knife this big needs a freaking even the cheapo, a freaking lanyard hole. A big knife like this needs a lanyard hole. They should have put a lanyard hole in here. Number 2, the steel they used is just, what is it, N695? Yeah, N695 is a very budget freaking steel for a knife that cost $200. Oh my gosh, come on. Charge me, I mean, it's over $200, and you would think for something over $200, I mean, what do we got here? We got a blank of steel, a guard that slipped on, and 2 pieces of G10 or canvas micarta slipped on it. It's not like you're over processing this knife. Give me some better steel. I had some people in the comments actually say that their steel holds up pretty good. Mine doesn't. It hasn't chipped or rolled or anything, but it loses its edge. It's probably getting dull right now, and I'm not even cutting anything. I am absolutely disappointed in the steel. Now, maybe this is a bad one. I don't know. But, yeah, I wish I would have saved my money. That $200 could have gone something else way more, would have made me more happy. Let's just say that. Now, their sheath, though, on the other hand, is a fantastic sheath. I'll give them credit on that one. Fit and finish is fantastic. I mean, everything else about this knife is awesome. But I hate paying overpriced money for budget steel knives. Number 3. Number 4. This is going to probably piss some people off too. It's the Buck 124. This is another overpriced knife. These things are $200 again, and it's 420 HC. If anybody watches the Dutch Brothers Bushcraft or whatever, DBK, they went and said the same thing that I've been saying now for freaking 6 months. Buck needs to upgrade its stuff. S30V should be standard. It's not a modern. It is old school stainless. 154 cm. If this had 154 cm in it, S30V, it would be a better knife. Not a kick-ass knife, but a better knife. The problem with this one also too is I have big ass hands. It just has a massive handle. It's like holding onto a small brick. Very squared off. Look at that. It's like barely radiused on here. I know some people have ground it down, but you shouldn't have to take a $200 knife with budget steel and make the handle feel better. Just in my opinion. So I wish they would have went with a higher quality steel. And Buck, go with a higher quality steel in all your freaking knives. Your bottom base steel should be 154 cm. Period. No more 420 HC. We're done with it. So that's number 4. Sorry, Buck guys. Just my opinion. My money, my opinion. And number 5. Another Buck product. And there's nothing wrong with this knife. It's a fantastic knife for what it is. It's an old school lock back, flip out with some modern materials. This thing, all the modern materials is, I think I paid right around $100 for it, like $107 for it. This has the Paul Boss S30V in there. So you can't tell me that they can't just put S30V in all their 110s. I don't know. I'm just saying. All the upgraded materials they did on here, they should be able to just throw S30V 154 cm, something. Give me something better than 420 HC. Buck, I'll come back to you. But until then, I'm done buying Buck products. But this thing's just another one. It's just, I don't like the design. I bought it to do some videos, and I just wish I would have bought something else, to be honest with you. I could have spent that $100 on something else. Now, this isn't to knock any of these. This is just my personal opinion. You're entitled to your opinion of it too. I know a lot of people love these knives, especially this one, this one, this one. I get it, okay? This is just my personal opinion. But anyways, that's PBKG's 5 knives I wish I didn't buy. Thanks for watching.